Hello everyone, Mimikins here. Today I'm going to show you my longsword DPS builds. My two favourite all-round longswords, which are good for almost everything, are the Empress sword Styx. I love how long this weapon stays sharp, and it already starts with white sharpness. It has decent blast damage, which deals 120 damage each time it goes off. Two tier 3 dual slots, which gives me more options for builds, and a natural 10% affinity. The other general purpose longsword I like to use is the Divine Slasher. This weapon can be obtained from doing arena quests in the Gathering Hub to collect various coins and then craft them in the smithy. It's best to team up with people for arena, as you don't have a palico to assist you and the preset gear leaves much to be desired. This weapon has great draw power, and since it doesn't have an element, unless of course you unlock it with free element skill, I can add Elementalist Duel, which adds an extra 10% attack. It has 1 tier 3 gem slot and 20 defense. I've had a look at all the gear introduced since the 4.01 patch update and refined two builds for each of my weapons. One with and one without earplugs. Not every monster requires a full set of earplugs, and some missions are fast enough to use Rocksteady Mantle, and of course if you're apt to your weapon and have fast reactions, you can also dodge roars with Foresight Slash. It does take some practice and good timing to pull off consistently, as well as knowing the monster's body language. However, this proves difficult if the monster roars mid-spirit combo or Helmbreaker. There is nothing worse than being up in the air about to land Spirit Helmbreaker and getting knocked out by a roar. Earplugs also allows you to easily perform a spirit combo when the monster has stopped moving to roar. You do have to sacrifice some damage skills for earplugs, and that's why I've included both builds, so you can pick and choose what you need. Okay, first weapon, the Divine Slasher. This is my damage build. This build has a 98% crit rate on weak spots. If you're doing long fights and want extra use of your mantles, you can drop one expert duel to give yourself level 3 tool specialist and still maintain a healthy 95% affinity. I feel protective polish is essential for this build, otherwise the white sharpness is consumed too fast. If you don't have protective polish, swap out Culve's body for Kushalas, so you will have level 5 handicraft to increase the sharpness bar. If you only have one attack jewel, I know how hard they are to come by. You have two options. Option 1, put your one attack jewel in so you have +2 attack, and fill the remaining slots with something useful like expert for critical hits, HP or speed sharpening. You can replace them with attack jewels once you get them. The second option is to change a few things around, changing the legs to Nergigantes and replacing one maximum might with critical eye jewels. You will have a 95% affinity rate along with the attack, for only losing 2 tool specialists and 3% affinity from the original build. This is my earplug version of the build. It has 90% affinity on weak spots. It's been a bit of a squeeze getting everything in. The only real option, since I don't have any handicraft jewels, was to sacrifice critical boost in order to squeeze in my earplugs. My damage is less per hit, but for monsters that roar, I'll get extra attacks in and I won't be interrupted by roars. My next builds are for the Empress sword Styx. I love this sword's appearance, and it's probably one of my favourite longsword models currently in game. This weapon already comes with 10% affinity, making it easier to reach the cap, so I've augmented with health regen, which I recommend you using too, as I've utilised peak performance in this build, and this will help you cover those small damages to make sure you're getting the most out of this skill. This build comes with 95% affinity and a lot of DPS skills. I know what you're thinking, attack jewels again, and you're about to throw your gamepad at your TV. If you've got one attack jewel, it's not end of the world. You're only going to lose 2 attack skill points. You could add those into expert to make all your hits 100% on weak spots, some medicine jewels to make your pots and augment heal for more. Another option is to drop 1 maximum might in favour of 3 critical eye jewels. You will sacrifice 1 blast attack and 2 tool specialist. Another option is to sacrifice 1 level of peak performance. Then you can either use Nergigante's feet to complete the haste and recovery set, or you can switch up to Empress legs for an extra 2 health boost. You will gain your level 7 attack, but you'll lose out on 1 peak performance, tool specialist, and recovery speed. This is my earplug build. It has a 98% affinity on weak spots. If you're lacking attack jewels, you can change the body to Doberman Chest Beta and the arms to Empress Vambrace Alpha. You'll lose level 2 stun and peak performance level 1, but you'll maintain guaranteed attack increase, as well as level 2 wide range. Here's what the build would look like if you were only using 1 attack jewel. I love both these weapons for general purpose fights. I do have some elemental builds, but I will cover them in another video. I hope you guys find these builds useful. Please support our channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.